Hobby Crochet Club. Today I'm going to show you how I crochet this multicolor pullover. I crochet this as an oversized cropped pullover. So this is the look of it. This is the front side and here is the back. So I used 3 different colors of yarn to crochet this pullover. And I used fingering weight yarn to crochet this pullover with 4mm crochet hook. So about the yarn that I used to crochet this project, I'm gonna upload all the details in the description box below. So you can find the similar yarns to crochet this project. If you check out the description box below, I will upload every details about the yarn and the similar yarns that you can use to crochet this project. So before you get started working with me, please do check out the description box below to find out about the yarn details. And we're gonna create 2 rectangular pieces and join them together, then later attach the sleeves onto it. That's how we're gonna create this pullover. So before we get started working, let me show you how we're gonna create this pullover. So before we jump into our work, let me explain to you how it's gonna work. So we have to make 2 rectangular pieces exactly same in the size. So this one here is 80 centimeters in length and 24 centimeters in width. And same goes for the other one here. So we have to work 80 centimeters in length and 24 centimeters in width. So once we're done making these 2 rectangular pieces, we're gonna work the sleeve part. So I'm gonna skip this side into here. So these stitches, we're gonna skip them and we have to place the stitch marker here. Then we have to skip the same amount of stitches on this side and place the stitch marker. Then we're gonna join the yarn in here, then work back and forth to create the sleeve on this side like this. And we're gonna do the same thing onto this piece as well. So we have to place the stitch markers and then work the sleeve here. So once we're done working the sleeves on both rectangular pieces, then we have to join these pieces together. To do that, we're gonna work here all the way, join these 2 pieces together like this and stop here. Then we have to keep some space here for the neck opening. Then we have to weave all the way down here. So this is going to be the front side and this is going to be the back. So this is the shoulder line, so we're going to fold it on shoulder line. So this is the neck opening and this is the shoulder line. So we have to fold it. Once we fold it, we're gonna weave the sides together on both pieces. Then we can create this pullover. So once we done all the weaving, then we have to work a band around the pullover. So it's gonna be like here. So I'll be showing you all of them in this video. So let's get into it. So here I already made the both rectangular pieces. In that case, I'm gonna do a swatch to explain the pattern and the color changes. So let's get into it. Also, one more thing here, let me explain to you about the beginning chains. So I'm gonna do 200 chains for mine. So I'm making size small. For that size, I'll working 200 chains. So if you are working a different size, here I'm gonna explain to you. You have to work multiple of 3 plus 2 chains to begin your work. So here mine is 3 multiple 66 equals 198. So plus 2, it's going to be 200 chains to begin. So if you are working a different size than mine, you can work multiple of 3 plus 2 chains to begin your work. So I'm using this Daiso recycled cotton yarn, and all the details about the yarn and other materials I'm going to upload into the description box below. So please do check the description box below before you get started with me. So I'm going to begin with this color. So to begin, we have to work a slip knot. Then I'm going to work chain 15 plus 2, total of chain 17. So here is my 17 chains. Then I'm going to work a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So yarn over and count 1, 2, 3, 4. Work a double crochet into the 4th chain. Then I'm going to work a chain 1 and 1 more double crochet in the same space. Then skip 2 and 1 double crochet in the next chain space. So skip 1, 2 and 1 double crochet in the next space. Chain 1 and 1 more double crochet in the same space. Skip 2 and 1 double crochet. Chain 1 and 1 double crochet in the same space. So we're going to continue this way until we reach to the end of this row. So at the end here we have 1 chain stitch. So we're going to work a double crochet in that chain stitch. So we are done with row 1. Then to begin row 2, I'm going to turn my work. Then work a single crochet into the very first stitch here. Then chain 1 and 1 single crochet into the front loops of the first single crochet stitch here. So insert your hook this way, then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So this is the beginning stitch. So whenever I begin a new row, I'm going to work like this as my beginning stitch. So if you do not prefer this stitch, you can just work chain 3 to begin, which does count as a double crochet. So this does count as my first double crochet stitch. Now we're going to work into the chain stitch here, which is work into the V stitch, center of the V stitch. So we have to work 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet in that same space. Then move into the next chain space here, then repeat the same thing, 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. Repeat this until you reach to the end. So when we reach to the end here, we have to work 1 double crochet into that last stitch here. So this is the chain 3 that we skipped at beginning of our work. So now I'm going to work a double crochet into the top of this stitch here. So just work a double crochet to end row 2. So this is the end of row 2, and let's begin row 3. To begin, turn your work, and I'm gonna work my beginning stitch, which is 1 single crochet into the very first stitch, chain 1 and 1 single crochet into the front 2 loops of your first single crochet stitch. Then we're gonna repeat row 2 as row 3. So from now on we're gonna repeat row 2 for the entire project. So which is we are working 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet into the chain space here on the V stitch. So we are working into the center of the V stitch. Just 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. So at the end here we have to work 1 double crochet into that last stitch. So in here I'm gonna do the color changes. So let me show you here on this piece. After every 3 rows I did my color changes. So now here I worked with this color. So I have worked 3 rows. Then now I'm gonna do my color changes. So I will join this yellow color. Then I'm gonna work 3 rows with the yellow color, and then I'll change the yarn color again into this color. So these are my 3 colors. Then I'm gonna repeat the same thing. So let me show you how to join a new color yarn into your work. So here we are going to work the last double crochet stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook into that last stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we have 2 loops on our hook. Now I'm gonna grab my next color, yarn, and then yarn over with that new color yarn and pull through these 2 loops. So here we did the joining, then you can cut off this previous yarn, and we're gonna continue work with this new color. To begin row 4, we have to turn our work and work the beginning stitch as we did previously. Then continue work as usual. So we are repeating row 2 as I mentioned earlier. So I'll work 3 rows with this color, then I'll be back and show you how to join the next color. So this is the last stitch of my row 9. So now I have to join this color yarn again into my work and repeat the same process until I get total of 27 rows. So let me show you here. I have total of 27 rows for my rectangular piece. So as I show you, I begin with this color and I did 3 rows, then join this yellow color and do 3 rows and 3 rows with this color, and again repeat with the same colors and do the same process until I get total of 27 rows, which is 9 lines like this. So we count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So this is how it's gonna look like once we're done with all of our 27 rows. So when we done the 27th row, we are done with the rectangular piece. So here I have one rectangular piece, and now I'm gonna show you how to work on the sleeve. So for that, we're gonna count from this side of our rectangular piece. So this is where just I finished my last row, which is 27th row, and I'm gonna turn this piece into right side. So this is the right side of my rectangular piece. Then I'm gonna count the stitches from this side. So this is our last row. So I will count these V stitches. So this is count as my first V stitch. So I will count 18 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and this is the 18th V stitch. So I'm gonna place a stitch marker into that 18th V stitch. Then let's move on to the other side here and count 18 V stitches all the way. So this one count as our first V stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and this is the 18th V stitch. I'm going to place a stitch marker in that stitch as well. So here is where I place the first stitch marker, and this is the other one. Now let me count the center stitches after the stitch marker stitch. Here start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30. So we have 30 stitches in between these two stitch markers. So this is where I'm gonna work the sleeve. So for the sleeve I have 30 stitches, 30 V stitches here. So this is gonna be the sleeve opening, which is the armhole. So into the side here I have 18 V stitches on both sides. Okay, so now I'm gonna join the yarn into this stitch here, which is after the stitch marker stitch. So leave this stitch alone and we're gonna work into this one. So grab your yarn and let's join it in here. So followed by the pattern colors, I have to join this pink yarn again into this stitch. So for that I'm gonna work a slip knot with my pink yarn. Then I'm gonna join it into this stitch. So we have to join the yarn into this double crochet stitch of this V stitch. So insert your hook into this top of this double crochet stitch with slip knot on your hook. Then we're gonna work a single crochet in that stitch. So yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through both loops. Then we have to work chain 1 and 1 single crochet into the front 2 loops of the first single crochet stitch. So this is going to be our first double crochet stitch. Now we're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet into the V stitch here. So here 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet in the same space. Then we have to continue work with the V stitches. So move to the next space and work 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. Continue work the same way until you reach to the next stitch marker. So work into my last V stitch. Then at the end I'm gonna work a double crochet into this double crochet stitch of this same V stitch, which is from our previous row. So here work a double crochet into that stitch. Okay, so we are done with the first row of our sleeve part, and now we have to begin the next row. So for that I'm going to turn my work. So now you can remove the stitch markers. We are not using them anymore. So to work the beginning stitch, 1 single crochet in the same stitch, which is the very first stitch. and chain 1 and 1 single crochet into the front 2 loops of the previous single crochet stitch. So this does count as our first double crochet stitch. Then we're going to continue work V stitches into the center of the V stitch of your previous row. So I'm going to continue work until I get the desired length for my sleeve, and I will let you know once I'm done with it, and I will tell you how many rows I did work for my sleeve. And from now I'm going to work off camera, so I'll be back when I'm done with my sleeve length. So here I'm back after working the sleeve part. So I worked 36 rows for the sleeve, total of 36 rows. So starting from here to here I did a total of 36 rows, and this is how it's look like when we fold it into a sleeve. So that's all for the sleeve part. So once we're done with the sleeves, we can fold it this way. So here is the sleeve part, and this is the body part. This is how we fold it. So this is the front and the other side is the back. So this is the way we're gonna fold it, and now all we have to do is to weave it in place. Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you how to measure these pieces on your body. Then you can decide exactly where you're gonna leave for the neck opening. So as you can see here, I used stitch markers to fold them together. Then I mark the stitch marker here. Then as you can see here, I leave for the neck opening. So this is for myself. I measure it on my body. So you can do the same as I did. So let me show you here. I use stitch markers to hold them together like this on the sleeve and on the other side as well. Then I did the same thing for the front and also for the back. Then you can wear it on yourself and you can see exactly where you're gonna leave your opening for the neck part. So let me measure it for you on mine here. Okay, so it's around 22 centimeters. So for the front here, I'm gonna weave 22 centimeters. So starting from the bottom to here. Okay, so that's 22 centimeters, and now let me measure it on back piece. So for the back, I'm gonna weave 37 centimeters. So starting from the bottom here to my last stitch marker is here. So I have 37 centimeters on that center on the back here. So now we're gonna weave them in place. So I'm gonna start from the sleeve here, then I will weave all the way to the armhole here, then straight to the down here all the way on the side of. Then we're gonna do the same thing on this side, start from this sleeve all the way to here and to down here. Then for the front, we will start from this bottom of the front side and straight to here, which I mentioned earlier, 22 centimeters. Then for the back, here, start from the bottom to top, weave 37 centimeters. So that's what we're gonna do now. So for that, let me show you. So this is the right side of my work. So this is the right side, and when we weave it, we have to turn around. So we're gonna weave it on wrong side. So this is the wrong side. So let me show you here. I'm using this, my yarn needle, and the same yarn as I used to crochet this piece. So I'm gonna start from here. Okay, so that's how I'm gonna weave my piece, and I'll be back when I'm done with all the weaving part. So this is how it's gonna look. So here I'm done weaving front, back and sides. So now I'm doing is working around the bottom. So this is the right side of my work, and I'm working a single crochet row around the bottom. So here I started from this side here. So I join my yarn into here and start working single crochets all the way around, just like this. And I'm going to continue work single crochets around the bottom part. So to crochet this single crochets here, I'm using 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. So you have to work on the right side of your work. I'm going to continue this until I reach back to the starting point. When I reach to the starting point, I can finish with a slip stitch to join into here, and then I can trim the yarn off. So here I'm done working a single crochet row around the bottom, this is how it's look now. And finally we are done with our project. So this is how it's look when we done. So this is the sleeve and how they weave on the side and the sleeve here. So another thing that I want to mention to you, so when I weave the sleeve here, we have a lot of different colors, so I used the same color to weave on the each line here. So when I weave on the yellow line here, I used the yellow yarn, and this salmon color, I used the salmon color, and also to the pink I use pink. So this is the way it's look on the wrong side, and this is on right side. So if you use different color yarn to weave it, you can see the weaving lines on your right side of your work, so that's not going to be nice on your work. So it's better to use the same color yarn to weave it when you weave the sleeve part. So for the side here, it's not going to be a problem because we have the same color on the side, so you can use that color to weave it on side. And also for the front and back, you can use the same color to weave it. So this is the end of this tutorial, and I hope you guys like this tutorial. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.